It's not uncommon for businesses, smaller businesses, to have 20, 30, 40% of their revenue coming from one customer. Right. And I think, they struggle because the things that make that customer relationship so good, the fact that you're delivering for them again and again is the very reason they keep buying more and more from you. And so they say, well, what do you want me to do? Kind of like, under deliver for the customer so they stop by. Of course, that's not the answer. But some people choose to stop offering the very highly commoditized products that customer is buying. So they're only buying sort of high margin stuff. It sounds like you looked at buying or selling to other logos was your solution. Can you just expand on how you dropped your customer concentration from 83 down to around 50% and how you went about that process?
Yeah, absolutely. As I unpack that, obviously we wanted to keep that relationship. It was a great relationship. Again, largest healthcare company in the world. We had really two initiatives as we looked at our client concentration. One, we wanted to go deep and wide within that customer. So instead of only relying on procurement, which is sort of the typical path to a relationship, we wanted to make sure we built relationally on the business side. So in other words, if we hacked off someone in procurement and they said, we no longer like Chuck for whatever reason, we don't like his hair or whatever, we're going to get rid of Medpoint. If we developed relationships on the business side, and generally when you look at procurement versus the business side of any large company, they complement each other, right? They serve each other, their internal customers, but they have slightly different objectives in what they do, right?
And the business usually trumps compliance or usually trumps procurement. Would that be fair to say?
Yes. And so there's a tension, right? Procurement typically pays or fuels the purchase orders, but they sort of serve at the pleasure of the business. So we wanted to make sure we went deep and wide in both procurement and the business and just create relationships. What we wanted to do for this one particular customer, and really for all of our customers, but we wanted to make ourselves indispensable. That when they looked at Medpoint, hopefully they would say, we've come too far, we're in too deep, we love these guys. Going through a divorce with Medpoint would be very, very, very difficult and painful. It would affect our operations around the world. So we wanted to create that relationship to be so strong that they never, ever wanted to go through a divorce.
Thanks for watching today's video. To grab your free copy of John Warrillow's best-selling book, Built to Sell, head over to 𝑏uilttosell.com. John's book, Built to Sell, has been endorsed by well-known entrepreneurs like Tim Ferriss, Patrick Bet-David, Dan Lok, amongst many others. But don't just hear it from me, hear it from them.
The most well-known book is Built to Sell. That would be the mega best-selling book. Built to Sell gave me the steps, like exactly what to do, right?
One of them being a book I read in 2012 titled Built to Sell that I've recommended to any entrepreneur out there.
There's a good book actually that people can read, which gives them pretty much the gist in the title, and that is Built to Sell.
This book talks about how to get your life back once your business takes over, how to focus on doing what you're supposed to be doing well, and how to build a scalable business that can be sold. Building a business that can be sold is much different than building a profitable business that relies on you and you are the bottleneck inside your entire company.